Greetings. My name is Charles McCaul. Many of you may already know me, but many of you may not know me yet. And I'm an American, and I've been living and or working or associated with the little country of Cambodia since 1994, or even a little bit before that. And moved here in April of 1995 and have been here most of the time. I came to Cambodia to check it out and discovered that there are massive needs, huge needs that were in every sector of society after 30 years of war. And as I looked at the needs, I thought, you know, I can do something. I can't do everything, but I can do something. So ended up moving here in April of 1995, and we got involved in the education sector. And so my focus for most of these years has been a lot, or primarily on education. We've done agriculture, we've done church work, we've done all sorts of different aspects of helping the Cambodian people, but the foundation of it all is education. Because I believe that education can bring a change in a family, change in a society, and so that's been our focus for all of these years. And I came because I had compassion. I came and I saw the need, it touched my heart, and I thought, I've got to do something. And so if you're a person who is touched with compassion for humanity, please take a listen to this short video. And I want to share with you some current statistics about education that have now done another major change in my life. In a 2018 study of 15-year-old students in Cambodia, it was found that 72% studying between grades 7 through 12 have dropped out of school. They don't know if it's a permanent dropout or if it's a temporary dropout. Most of the time it's going to be permanent. 40% of Cambodian students, particularly among boys, are 1 or more years behind in school. 29.1% have repeated a grade. And that is the leading factor to dropping out of school. Once they start falling behind, they lose hope, and they typically drop out of school between grade school and primary and junior high and high school. 6th grade, 9th grade, and 12th grade is when they usually drop out. 8% of 15-year-old students achieved a minimum proficiency level in reading. 8% can read at a minimum level. 10% can function in math at a minimum level, and 5% in science. And hardly any of them know how to apply it to their daily lives. The average classroom size is 45 students. There's a lack of teachers, there's a lack of infrastructure still, but 94% of Cambodian youth still want to go to school. They have a heart. It's difficult for them. Statistics also show that students in public schools are usually 1 year behind students in private schools. Why? Because they don't get the personal attention. There's not enough teachers. Classrooms are too big. There's other many factors that are causing this problems. But these factors can be solved. I've been here, as I said, since 1995. Our focus has been education, and we have seen tens of thousands of youth and young people and children go on to lead a productive life and go on to university, and we've seen a change being made in their family. And so, as I read these statistics, I realize that my work is not done. I was hoping to kick back a little bit, but I realize we still need to focus. And so I'm presenting to you a four-fold package, a four-part package to reach 100 young people and see them through high school and university, and to prepare the way for a great future for themselves, for their siblings, for their family, and for their village. It has been done, and it can be done again. So I'm excited about that. The fourfold package is: number one, select 100 children 6th grade and above, and sponsor them to stay in school all the way through university if they so choose, at least through high school, and then either a trade or into university according to their ability, according to their desire. That's good in itself, but we need to supplement that. 45 students in the classroom, they don't get personal attention. So how can we give them personal attention? We do that through what's called School on a Mat. And so we select 100 children in adjoining districts in Cambodia, not spread out all over the country, but they're close together so we can focus on them, focus on their family, and focus on their village to bring transformation to all of it. And so we do School on a Mat. We go out to their homes and we do private tutoring with the student that we're supporting, and we also do private tutoring with the other students. We use public school curriculum and we focus on the areas that they lack, and that is reading in Khmer and science, math, and we'll probably throw in some English as well as social behavior, focusing on social behavior and how to relate properly to others in society. So 100 children in 4 districts close together. We do School on the Mat several times a week. 4 times a week is what the plan is. And then we continue on and we establish a community center. We buy land and we put up a small building, and that becomes a community center for the village that will focus on education, that will focus on health care, because we will bring medical teams, we'll bring doctors to check the health of the children and the youth and even the adults in that area. And it will be a hub, a small hub for social interaction in that village, because Cambodian villages don't have buildings like this. And then the 4th aspect of it is do leadership training in high schools in those 4 districts. And so these are the 4 components. Sure, we can do them one by one, and they're good, but if we can do them all together with a greater focus, we can have a greater impact. That is, sponsor 100 children in 4 districts in Cambodia that are close together, do School on the Mat 4 days a week in those districts, construct a community center, and do continued training and after-school education and healthcare, and then do leadership training in high schools in that same district. This is the principle of focus. It's selecting a small group, and no, we can't change everything. We can't change everything in Cambodia. We can't change everything in the world. But you know what? We can change the life of one child, which ends up changing their family and possibly changing their village, and then it goes on beyond that. And so the ramifications are huge. And so if you're a compassionate person and if you're interested in making a difference in the life of a young person or a village in Cambodia, you can contact me and I can give you further information on how we can partner to teach baby birds how to fly. Thank you so very much.